All right, so it looks like we're ready to start up. We took that hotspot power and I just put it in a hotspot 110 adapter. This is the booth plugged in. I don't know if the switch was on or off, so we're gonna go ahead and turn on the strip first. Sounds like everything's starting to power up. And everything's gonna boot. As it boots up, takes about a minute or so for everything to come up and run. Goes through a standard boot up process. You'll see Windows come up. This is running Windows 3.1. Instructions on the screen will kind of tell you what's going on. It's going to run diagnostics in just a moment, where it'll check each one of the components that are plugged into the machine. So there we go. It's checking devices. Tells you that the code FG7G, that's from the dongle, just responded. The software is good. The control board, that's actually the board that's located behind the printer screwed in. Checking the no LAN connection is checked, and we don't have Wi-Fi plugged in right now, but it's checking the printer. It's going to check the camera and come up with a sample down in the corner and make sure the camera's turning on. It's going to say okay, check the card reader. Can't connect the host, obviously I forgot to plug in the Wi-Fi card. It's going to take just a moment once the screen comes up. And there's a couple things to note on the screen. I'm going to bring it down here closer. First thing right here is a P. This tells me that there are 83 prints or duplicate 2x6 photos left in the machine right now. So we're not connected to Wi-Fi, otherwise this would be a green check mark. But so there's 83 left in the machine. Each time you replace a roll, you're going to get 600. So this is what's left over. So when you put in the new prints and load it into the printer, you're going to have a brand new roll count. Camera's right here. Screen itself is touch screen.
Thank you for coming.
If you don't like the music's too loud or too soft, all of the components we're going to adjust are back here in the back.
Ready?
Camera down here nice and low. This is where we do our work. You've got a volume knob here. It's backwards. If you turn it left, it goes louder. If you turn it right, it goes softer. And the yellow button here is what's going to take us into our screen to allow us to make any changes. All of this is in the manual, but ultimately you just want to make sure currency is set for $1, that you do have bill or coin acceptable available, and each value is 1. You've got photo booth black and white and color options. There's built-in graphics here that we never use. You can do extra copies and charge for them. That's up to you. CoinOp extra products, it's a whole video that actually runs, and you can play with all this. The different modules, we don't use the QR print or print. Passport's a section just to do photos. Once you go into rentals, you've got the, you can choose if you want to do CoinOp. You can set it for a timer to work and then automatically switch over. Tokens are giving a value to the red button. Free play is what we use when we host the booth Thursday or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So we put the machine in the free play. We host it. We stand here, let everybody come in and take their free pictures. And then when they're done, we turn it back over to CoinOp to run from midnight until 5 in the morning. These are just options that you have for the display. A variety of different things on here. For customization, when you upload your logo, you're going to go in, you can check it. This is the graphic we're using. There's no text, although if the text was printing, that's what would come up. But we turn text off. You can turn it on or turn it off. You can put the date on, take a look again, and then well, it still says the same text. The date will actually print on that strip as well. If you want to put a date on there, you can. If you're going to load a new graphic and your USB drive is in, you simply hit load. Give it a second, it'll bring in the music, your graphic, anything else that you make a change to, and it'll bring it into the machine. And let's check the logo. And it looks like we changed our graphic. We have a new graphic in here for the night. And this is what's going to print down at the bottom of those texts. Different options for Wi-Fi when we're plugged in. We're going to have this ability you'll have, this is where you make your connection to the Wi-Fi, and then this is where you make any adjustments to the camera. We generally try to keep the camera exposure set where it is here. You might want to change it, but this is last set for the Orleans hotel. We left exposure with a gain of 22 and a level here. It's on video, so you can duplicate this if you want. Leave white balance on auto, and then the zoom, saturation, contrast, and brightness. We found this is the best, but you can still tweak this anytime you want to do that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, zoom, you can zoom out, you can zoom in. We find that if we know we're going to get big groups, if we're hosting it for free, we tend to zoom it out a little bit. When we put it on CoinOp, we'll zoom back in. Generally, usually get 2 or 4 people at a time. So, but that's it. When you're all done, you just hit exit. Everything's going to quickly save, and then we'll go right back to our start screen here. And we're ready to run. There's options to loop photos and all that, but when you're ready, you just hit start.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Right now, it's only set up to take cash. So if we wanted to take a color picture, we're going to click color.
We are about to start.
It's asking me to put cash in right now, which is under my seat. I have no cash in my pocket. We'll go to the next video and show you a process.